Hello. We are going to be learning about squad formations and hand signs and how to indicate and how to move into a formation. Before we can even learn about hand signs, we need to learn about the formations that relate to the hand signs. All right? So the first formation we're going to learn about, it's very simple. It is called the file. I'm going to draw it on the board and then I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, this is the file. It is just one straight line of people. In the middle, you'll always have your squad leader. Behind him will be usually a team leader. And behind the team leader will be the automatic rifleman, or also known as the AR. Then the grenadier. And lastly, the rifleman. Up front, it'll be the team leader, the AR, the grenadier, and the rifleman. So, in order, team leader, automatic rifleman, grenadier, rifleman, squad leader, team leader, automatic rifleman, grenadier, and rifleman. The file is usually used to move fast with low security. The purpose of this would be thick vegetation, you're trying to go somewhere really quick, moving along areas that are more secured and have a low enemy presence. But really a lot of the times you'll see this in thick vegetation or just whenever it's convenient. And the hand signal for this is going to be a little deal. Let's see. See that? Very simple. And then whenever you start the file, so whoever's in the front and they decide to start a file somewhere, they're going to point to where they want the file to start. So it's going to be so they're going to literally point at the ground. If that makes any sense. Alright. Moving on to the next one. Okay. I don't know if you can see it all on the camera. I'm going to move the camera down a little bit. But this is called the staggered column. And the hand signal for it is going to be very similar to the file. It's going to be this. You're going to point on the other side of your hat. And then when you want it to start, you're simply going to point at the ground where you want it to start. So boom. That's all. Alright. So the order of movement in the staggered column is going to be the team leader up front, usually the alpha team leader, who's the assaulting element. Doesn't have to be though. The grenadier on the other side, and the AR. The reason that this is set up is because you always want the team leader to be next to the automatic rifleman so that he can tell the most important guy in the squad, who has the biggest weapon, what to do. Alright, so that's why he's on the same side of the road as him. So if they ever get attacked, they can easily meet up. Then you have the grenadier. Change that. Sorry. The grenadier and the rifleman on the other side of the road. So team leader, grenadier, automatic rifleman, rifleman. And then right in the middle, you're going to have the squad leader, just like in most formations. All right. Then you have the TL next to the AR. So AR is behind him on the opposite side of the road, so you have maximum security from both sides. Then the grenadier and then the rifleman on the other side, just like up top, but reversed. The reason you would use this is, for example, like roads. This is a really good way to navigate roads if you're just walking along the sides of the roads. It's pretty high speed, like medium security, more security than the file. Alright, that's really it for this one. Let's move on to the wedge. Okay, so this right here is called the wedge, or the squad wedge, or the squad file wedge. This is a very high security, low speed movement. Now, you can't accurately describe what it looks like on a whiteboard. In reality, these guys will be more far apart. They're going to have a good distance between each other. But let's go down the list of how it starts. So you have your TL in the front. Now we can start talking about the responsibilities of each person in the squad now that we're on the last formation. So team leader, alpha team leader, who's in the very front, he's going to be in charge of navigation, usually checking the map, figuring out where the hell you're going, basically. And then he's going to be in charge of his fire team. The next you have your squad leader. He's going to be communicating with both his team leaders. Then you have your medic and your RTO right in the center. These guys, their whole job is to basically stick by the squad leader the entire time. Go wherever he goes, unless the squad leader says, hey, stay right here. All right. Then you have your team leader, your grenadier, and your rifleman and the AR. And now, something I want you to notice about the wedge right here is that you have your automatic rifleman with the machine gun on one side right here, and then he's on the opposite side right here. That's been a common trend among all the formations we talked about so far. The reason for that is if there's an enemy on this side, you already have the machine gun right there. And if there's an enemy on this side, you already have the machine gun right there. So it provides a balanced security. But there's nothing wrong with putting the AR here and then keeping the AR right there, because you know that there's enemies on that area. It's just however the squad leader decides to do it. All right. So the hand signal for the wedge, there's two of them actually, but the one that is most commonly used is a cowabunga, right? It's literally just boom, shake it. That's what you're doing. See that? Cowabunga. And it's the same thing as every other formation hand sign. You go cowabunga and then you point. Same thing. There is another hand signal used for nighttime, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay, now that we talked about all the different formations you're going to use with your hand signs, let's talk about the actual hand signs, the more simple ones. So the first one I want to show you is very simple. It's just this, okay? So you're walking, boom. Put that bad boy up, it means halt. So, for example, if you're in a wedge or something, when you call a halt, people are going to take a knee immediately, find some cover or concealment, get behind it, lay down, not be seen, right? Pull security. Very simple, boom. All right, the next one is freeze. Almost the same thing, but different. Closed fist. The distinction between freeze and hold is freeze, you could literally be walking and someone calls a freeze and you stop moving. You do not move any further. Like you could literally be mid-step, stop doing what you're doing. Do not pull security, do not go anywhere, just stay where you are until someone tells you what to do. The next one is follow me. So this could mean move forward, hey, follow me. Basically just resuming a movement or starting a movement. And it's going to be like you're swimming. Like this. It's not this, it's not this, it's all the way around like this. Alright? The next one is double time. Double time just means you're running, basically. Very simple. You're going to do the freeze sign, but you're going to go up and down like this. Like Black Lives Matter. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to talk about some that you'll be using usually when you're walking. So the first one is map check. So you'll be stopped sometimes, and the alpha team leader will have to check the map, and so we're just going to do this. All right. The next one, head count. Sometimes you lose people. That's what it is. So now it's going to be that. And we're going to go check and count everyone that's in the formation. All right, next is pace count. That is this. Okay, the last ones we're going to talk about are movement left and movement right. Very simple. Just going to kind of point a direction, move your hand in that direction. That'll usually mean like, hey, go flank this way. Hey, get online over here. It all matters about the context. Okay. We also have an enemy. Enemy, you point them. You point at them. Very simple. All right. Next, all good. Thumbs up. We're all good. All clear. And that's really all I have for you today. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments so that I can answer it for you. And over and out.